Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, where our mission is to empower students with essential knowledge and skills in various subjects. Today, we're diving deep into the world of economics, specifically exploring taxes and government services. We invite you to subscribe and join our community of eager learners as we unpack the significance of public finance and enhance your understanding of how taxes shape our society. Taxes are an integral part of our economy and society. They are mandatory payments made to governments that fund public services and infrastructure. Without taxes, governments would struggle to provide the essential services that citizens rely on. Imagine trying to navigate your community without well-maintained roads, or how daunting it would be to seek medical help without public healthcare. Understanding what taxes are and why they're collected is foundational to grasping how our society functions. Governments collect various types of taxes: income tax, sales tax, property tax, corporate tax, payroll tax, and more. Income tax, often the largest source of government revenue, is levied on personal and business earnings. Sales tax, which is applied to goods and services during purchases, significantly contributes to state and local revenues. Similarly, property tax is based on real estate value, while corporate tax affects the profits companies make. Each type of tax has its own implications on businesses and households, and understanding these nuances helps us see where our tax money goes and why some groups may advocate for certain tax structures over others. But what happens to all the tax revenue once it's collected? Tax dollars finance a vast array of public services, including education, healthcare, infrastructure, public safety, and national defense. Public schools and universities operate thanks to funding derived from taxes. Similarly, our hospitals and public health programs ensure the well-being of communities, all made possible through taxpayer contributions. Infrastructure, such as roads, bridges, and public transit systems, is essential for smooth transportation and connectivity, while police and fire departments rely on tax revenue for daily operations. The role of tax revenue extends to defense and national security as well, funding the military and intelligence operations that protect our nation. Knowing how tax revenue is collected and distributed highlights the critical connection between tax payments and the services we enjoy daily. It lets us appreciate the impact of our contributions and informs our discussions about government budgeting. Now, when we examine different taxation systems, we see that they can be classified as either progressive or regressive. In a progressive taxation system, higher income individuals pay a higher percentage of their income, which tends to make the tax structure fairer. For example, many income tax systems are progressive, meaning that as your income increases, the percentage of taxes you pay also rises. Conversely, regressive taxation imposes a higher percentage rate on lower income earners. Take sales tax, for example. It can disproportionately affect low-income households who spend a larger share of their income on taxable goods. This distinction between progressive and regressive taxes is important, as it sparks discussions about equity and fairness in tax policy. Many countries employ a mix of both systems to find a balance between efficiency and justice. An interesting aspect of taxes is how they influence economic behavior. Taxes can serve as powerful incentives or disincentives driving decisions made by individuals and businesses. Higher taxes may discourage specific activities, like overtime work or investment, while lower taxes can encourage them. Furthermore, tax deductions and credits can incentivize behaviors such as charitable giving or buying a home. The decisions businesses make regarding where to operate can also be significantly influenced by tax rates. If a company sees that one region has lower tax rates, they may choose to relocate there, affecting local economies and job availability. Taxes also influence the prices of goods and services. Sales taxes and import duties can raise costs for consumers. The Laffer curve theory illustrates that there's an optimal tax rate. Excessively high taxes might deter economic activity and inadvertently reduce overall tax revenue. Understanding these behaviors is key to grasping why governments meticulously design their tax policies. Government levels also influence tax structures. Various taxes are collected at federal, state, and local levels. Federal taxes finance national programs, including military defense, social security, and infrastructure projects. State taxes often fund education systems, highways, and local law enforcement. Meanwhile, local taxes cater to community services, such as local schools, fire departments, and parks. Each government level has various sources of tax revenue. The federal government typically relies heavily on income tax, while states utilize both income and sales taxes, and local governments primarily depend on property taxes. This diversity explains why residents experience differing tax obligations and services based on their geographic location. The government's role in the economy is multifaceted and significant, especially through taxation and spending. Public goods address the needs of the collective that private markets might underprovide, such as defense and basic research funding. Taxes can redistribute wealth and reduce income inequality through social assistance programs. Additionally, government spending can stabilize economies during recessions through stimulative measures and help cool off overheating economies. Taxes can regulate behaviors by imposing levies on harmful activities, such as carbon or tobacco taxes, and investments in education and healthcare create a stronger workforce and economy. Understanding this complex interplay also helps minimize debates about how much government intervention in our lives is appropriate. However, while taxation comes with numerous benefits, it also presents challenges. Taxation is essential for funding public services, but it can also be burdensome for taxpayers. Additionally, tax systems can become complicated, resulting in costly administration. High taxes may discourage economic engagement, and poorly designed tax policies can lead to inequity, as some individuals may avoid taxes despite benefiting from public services. Tax evasion, illegal non-payment, and tax avoidance, strategically reducing tax liabilities, both reduce government revenue. Striking the right balance between collection and fair distribution is an ongoing challenge for governments. As citizens and taxpayers, we play a crucial role in supporting these services and shaping tax policies. It's essential to understand our taxes, what we pay, receive in return, and how the whole system operates. Fulfilling our tax obligations involves filing accurately and responsibly. Additionally, being engaged in civic dialogue through voting helps ensure that tax revenues are allocated appropriately, reflecting community needs. Furthermore, we can strategically manage our tax liabilities through legal pensions, deductions, and credits. Paying taxes is more than just a requirement, it's a civic duty that supports vibrant communities. Recognizing our role helps us engage robustly in debates about taxation and its implications. Ultimately, taxes can be viewed as the price we pay for living in an organized society. We've covered the essentials: what taxes are, the types of taxes, their usage, the nuances of progressive versus regressive taxes, the behavioral impacts of taxes, the layers of government involved, the consequential role of government in economic functions, and the benefits and challenges that surround the topic of taxation. Taxes are vital to civilization. They enable the infrastructures that facilitate our daily lives, provide for the public safety we often take for granted, and create the educational systems that nurture our future leaders. As informed citizens, we hold both the responsibility of contributing fairly and the opportunity to shape how tax dollars are earned and spent. The knowledge gained today enriches our understanding of public finance and our roles as engaged community members. Today, we discussed the fundamental role of taxes in society, starting with an understanding of what they are and why governments collect them. We explored various types of taxes and how tax revenue is utilized to support essential public services, from education to national defense. We also differentiated between progressive and regressive taxation while considering the behavioral effects taxes have on individuals and businesses. Furthermore, we learned about tax structures at different governmental levels and the importance of citizen engagement in tax policy. Overall, we clarified the intricate relationship between our tax contributions and the services we benefit from daily. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey into the world of taxes and government services. Remember, understanding taxes is critical for becoming informed citizens. We encourage you to continue exploring economic concepts and engage in discussions within your community. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please subscribe for more educational content. Together, we can deepen our understanding of economics and learn how to navigate our world. Stay curious, and see you next time.